All right, 7:36 is where we left off. A cute little town. I believe I left off with the shopkeeper. Let's go ahead and check that out. So this is a debug shopkeeper right now. Let me fix the collision. You can see I'm colliding with an invisible circle around them. I did that because I need to be able to interact with them when, I'll show you here, when they're behind a counter. And so I really need that collision, but I don't want it to be solid. I wonder if we do that. But then we can't interact. Okay, so that does turn off that. One way. How do we want to handle that? So maybe we go into here. So shopkeeper, do they need to be an actor? Set facing. I think we do want them to be an actor, but what we're going to do with the actor now. Can I do that? If I change that, then we won't have access in player to functions we need or NPC. How can I make this collision not solid? Mask. It's like, let me put them on layer 16. Is that just ridiculous? Let's give it a shot. Layer 16. Then the player. I have an idea. So we'll have. Sorry, my cough is bad today. I don't know what's going on. Hear my voice is a little raspy. Alright, interaction range. We're going to have that listen for layer 2 as well. And so with that, we have the interaction range listening for the collision layer that the shopkeeper's collision is on. And so the shopkeeper shouldn't actually be solid, but we'll be able to interact. Perfect. It's so lovely when things just work. Do I need to make this even bigger? No, I think... Let's test it out in town. So if we go up to that shopkeeper that's behind the counter, which is a temporary counter, let's see. Yeah, perfect. So let's take a look at the notes. This looks pretty accurate. Shops, items, inventory. Ooh, that's fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. Items and inventories. Equipment, I think I'll worry about before item drops. We do want to get that too. We'll focus on the shop. Man. So shopkeeper opens the GUI. the shop GUI, we're going to give... Oh my gosh, I am so sorry about the cough. Unhandled input, we're going to do if event.is. If I cancel, we're going to set enable false. So maybe I'll make a var just so it's clear. That way we can do that check. It's just more specific. So we do that. Visible on. We only want the processing there, and here we can actually do set enabled false. And this will need to be true, I think, in the first place, so we get this to run. No, I take that back. If on items button focus, I mean, that should be fine. I don't think we need that check. So now when I go to the shop, I have a way to exit it. See that? Although, it looks like, am I able to move my player? Yeah, we don't want that. Probably toggle the player here. Do it at the bottom. Why not? Oh no, this needs to be not on. Because if the shop is on, the player needs to be turned off. So I'm holding right now. Now I'm gonna exit, and we can see I'm in the same spot. So that's perfect. And then we're re-enabled. Therein lies an issue. So if we have a shopkeeper that is not, let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give this its own interaction range. Excuse me. Which can go down here. This is actually going to get that shape. And this needs a collision shape of its own now, which, man, excuse me, which I want to keep consistent from this, so we're just going to paste that in. I want it right up here. There, so they have solid collision. I need to update over here. Now that interaction range can just be on that layer. Player does not actually need to check for layer 2 now. But we do need to update our script over here. So we're going to first get overlapping areas. And Copy that, put that down here. Actually, I don't, yeah, do that. Oops. We also want equals false. And then down here we can check if not handled, or if handled, return. I'll do it this way. And down here, we want to get tree set input as handled. Okay. Handled. So first we're checking for overlapping areas. This is also not right because the interaction range is not the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper does need to be solid. They do need to inherit from actor. The interaction range, maybe we give that a script. Give that to player. So now we can do if collider is interaction range. If collider.getParent is shopkeeper. Do that. So now we'll test this. We get the shop menu, we know it works. Ah. Man, I'm so sorry about the cough. I don't like that, and so we're gonna change that setup. Let's cut that. We're gonna do collider.interact. So the player, rather the shopkeeper, gets that signal. And here it's just going to do open. True. So the interaction range sends that up. That way the player does not care about what the parent is. And they have collision, just like all the other actors. Oops, I walked out of bounds. That's alright. I'm going to take a quick break to look at my battle. Looks good. Bat fans or Arwex bat. Do need to get like actual HP values for the enemies. Let's see if our victory state works. Yeah, cool. It should exit. Oh, I've got the reset on. I think that's an export. This is happening. I don't think that's ever running. Debug reload. So instead of that, we're going to queue free. I'll probably have like an animate out later. But for now, we'll use that. Let's make sure we're not calling that anywhere else. We're not. Cool. That should fix the battle. Back to shops. So, need shop type. Let's take some notes. Look at some reference material. I almost wonder if this is a better format. I sell exit. See, in this one we don't have like, where do we put the buy and sell on this one? And I was using FF4 for that. Maybe buy and sell appears before that. Let's change to this kind of setup. But I really like this one. So we've got FF1, shop, GUI, GBA. Open that up. Alright. We can close this out. Let's update our GUI. Looks like we can widen this as well. Recenter it. Alright, so let's update the top first. I don't know if we need to swap those around right now. It looks like there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Okay. 6 GBA shop. Just out of curiosity, let's see what they did in this one. I don't know why it's so hard to find screenshots of that. I don't think it matters right now. Alright, so we're gonna have, let's just duplicate that. It's gonna be top, middle. And this now needs a that's gonna be our money. Let's we can copy this. Actually, no, we already have that text, so we're just copying their setup. How about GP? Gold pieces? Man, just do G. Like a G, and that's the shop type. This is now options. I'm going to give it an H box, which is going to get menu script. Fill that, and then we're going to give it buttons. It's going to be, we have buy, sell, exit. Do need a margin container. Which needs to fill. And I think I mean, the problem with this is you have so much kind of dead space. I mean, clearly I can do something like that. So it's going to be called money. Right, like, it doesn't really make sense. Makes more sense on when it's narrower. So maybe we can just squash it. And so close top middle. We have to rework the middle a bit. We also want to duplicate the bottom. It's not going to be bottom. Let's call it characters. We have description. description, we can plop in a label. Needs a margin container for the label. Oh wait, we already have one. Label's going to be, let's just type mail chain links so we can get an idea. So I think all of these we're going to do is not vertical expand. We're going to do rect min size 16. Maybe 20. I think that works. Now, characters actually need some more room. So you figure we have 16 by 16. Probably get away with like 24. And then in prices, we're just going to clear the bottom 3 for these. And we will swap them. It's as easy as that. Cool. See what that looks like in game. Oh, it hides by default, so I actually have to run it. Oh, I forgot to add. Need to finish the middle. Items and prices. So we have an H box. They're going to get their own window now. Copy that. Paste that. Paste it twice. H box in that. So middle is just going to be an H box now. Why is that not filling? Oh. We don't need... Items as an H box, that's good. um, What? How does that work? Why is that going off the window? Oh, it's this bottom one. The same, we want to expand. Uh, Maybe we can rethink this. Stock equipped. There's a lot of free space there. Is there another one? Something else I can put there maybe? So look how balanced it'll be once I put one in there like that. But alas. Alright, before we do that, we're gonna need some more items to put in there. So let's start working on equipment. For that we just go to data, I think. Here's where we make our new items. Let's have what are some crappy items? One sword. uh, leather vest, how's that? Leather pants. Leather boots. So we have hat, top, bottom, and boots. Sort item new. Okay. Just trying to plan out how we handle these. here we have like head, torso, legs, feet. For the slots, slot. This I'll leave open, I think. Maybe we can call it type. And name, quantity, price, far type should be 0. By default, it'll be a consumable. Type is going to go in front. Whoops. I keep doing that. Update this one. Type. Price. So slot. I think slot can go at the end because if it's consumable, it's not going to have a slot. No, let's call it subtypes. That'll be -1 by default. Update that and this. We can be like restorative, offensive. Key. That should be good. Now the format is type, subtype, and price. So be types. Oops. Let's see if I can access that up here. Types. Does that work? Oh! What? It works with types but not subtypes? Oh, maybe because I didn't save item. Let's see. Let's just see. Oh. Aha. So now, it's just going to clean this up a bit. This we can do. Also, let's treat it like it's an enum. Types dot consumable. We have subtype. 40. kind of want to make an editor plugin so that I can do this in a spreadsheet. That'd be nice, but for now, we have this subtype. Sort. Let's see. Back to item. Restorative key. So it up here. So we have sword, dagger, staff. That's good enough for now. Leather cap. What's that? Armor. Types dot head. Just gonna copy this. Legs, feet. And I might begin sorting these. Then we go to Inventories. And this is our default inventory. We can just add all those items. Go back to our shop. I have to update my paths. Items is the menu. For items, that's just going to be that. Prices we have to update as well, I think. So it's going to be this. Not get children. La 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 la. Okay. How nice is that? Now the boots are getting cut off. So that's something I have to keep in mind. Now there are two ways I can handle that, right? When you have more items and you have item buttons here. And that is, you can make a scroll container, or I can have less items. And the logical way to do that would be to have different shops. Right, like the potion's probably not going to be in the first shop or in the armor shop. And so I think we'll have equipment all in one, and then we'll have consumables in another. I think that's the way to go. For now, at least. So let's go back to our data. We're going to make a second inventory. For now, it's just going to have a potion, because that's the only consumable. We'll go back. Now we should just see the all the equipment. You can see I can press these. For some reason, it resets to the top. All right, let me make a list. We need update item description, update stat changes, and valid equipment indicator for character. So we got that. Shop type text updating and toggle. Item descriptions. How do I want to handle that? So you're kind of getting to the point where this setup isn't really ideal for making lots of items. Like you'd probably do this in a spreadsheet at this point, but I'm hard-headed. I like to do things like this until, we can just do description, until I absolutely need to break it out into something else. This, I'm just going to do script string equals description. I'll even break this down. Oh, it's running. Does that work? Yeah. Let's go ahead and copy this. Missing these. Alright, so we have descriptions in place, which means we check, we're going to need to connect to items menu, which is, we're going to need button focused. We'll do that in ready. It'd be items.connect button focused self on items button focused. I think this just sends out the button. We'll take a look. Right. So we have that. And I know I'm going to need button pressed as well. Now I covered the menu in, I think, the first video, probably the first and second. So if you have any questions about that, definitely check that out. And so I already covered that in great detail. So now we're going to copy this and do for pressed. I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to do that. Then we have to handle this. So I know right off the bat, we want to update the description text. That's going to be .text equals, so the button, it's going to be data.items.button, no, button.text. So it's for our item. And to update item. I think that'll work. Look at that. Let's make that a bit shorter for now. What I'm going to do is this. I don't think that'll update right away. Yeah. We'll just reload the game. Actually, let's get our overworld. I'm going to put the player right in front of the town. And I'll even turn off the grid snap. Okay. Right on. Now for long descriptions, we could think of like doing a double layer description box. We could also have text that kind of bounces from left to right, showing the whole thing. And we could also clip it, which I think clipping it for now is going to be the best way. And then we can update our descriptions and how we handle it later. So, good, we have descriptions. I can take that out of our notes. So stat changes means item is going to need even more information. which is it's definitely pushing us closer and closer to a spreadsheet format. How do I want to handle this? So for now, we can have, let's call it power. Price power. Actually, I think I want power in front of price because it's more important. Okay. So we go, save that, go to data. We're going to have to update these, I think. Right here. So, power on that, let's say just 50 HP. Horn sword is maybe like a 3. I think that's going to be our default for these. Staff will maybe be 2. Even though it costs more. Boots will give you extra. That gives you 2. Okay, so they all have power variables, which the shop can now use. Before we get into that, let's do buying and selling, right? So number 1, we go to top middle, this options menu right here. We're going to want a reference to that. So on options, when we do, let me update this real quick before I get into that. Make these. Actually, we'll just copy that. So these won't have items. What we're going to do is match button.text. Buy, yes, sell, yes, exit, yes, yes. So exit's going to be easy. It's going to be this. So first thing we want to do when it's buy or sells, we want to update the inventory. So we have inventory set. So if let's do this. Function set items. So I made that reusable because this is the shop inventory. So we need to keep that, and so now we can do set items inventory. So we're going to set items. That's going to be like to make player inventory. So we'll grab. We need to make that now. The player inventory. Let's see. Inventories, let's do this player inventory. Null. We can set that. Let's handle that up with our party here. Inventory.new. And just give them a potion. Does this have to be an item? Or you know what? We don't need that. So we can do items dot. Make that. Alright, so that should give us 5 potions. Now that we have a player inventory, in the shop GUI, when I hover over cell, when we focus on that, we can call data.player inventory. Let's go see if that works. It should update all of our buttons. Actually, I need to update how I'm focusing when we enter this. So it's actually going to be options, button focus. And then when we do this, options button press rather, we want to call options dot button focus 0, and that's going to be true for both of these. This can be like that. We can get rid of that. And oh, this is incorrect. We don't want to call that there. We want to call it when we press it. Let's go give that a whirl. That's it's not updating. So we want that to update there. Let's see, are we receiving this? We are. So set items. Ah, that's why. I forgot to override this. So it was always calling from the shop inventory. Look at that. That's interesting. I think I'm queuing. Are we freeing? It's because we have to show it. Since we're going to need that, let's do price. Alright. And I hide them so that I can't focus on them. Yeah, that's weird. What's going on? So I press on cell, options button, focus 0. Oh, that's wrong. It needs to be items. That's why it was just looping back. Ah, it's still doing it. Items button focus. What? So when I hit buy, that works. But not when I hit sell. Don't need that. Okay. Buy sell. Interesting. Does your text not say sell? Weird. Options menu. Why is it not receiving? So that works, right? What? Oh, I know why. The player's resetting it, I think. If process, they inherit actor. That looks good. NPC. Player needs an additional, some additional code in here. Oops. We want this at the end. And we're going to do set process unhandled input. Because when I was pressing enter, I think it was just the player was interacting with the shop GUI again. Yeah, and so that was consuming that input. Now I need to get rid of the cancel to exit unless we are at the top level menu. So that would be if options.hasFocus. We're going to do this. So now when I press cancel, it's only going to back us out. Yeah, from the top. So we want to do that. Else, let's do elif menu. I'm going to do options. Why is that not working? Let's try reload. Options has focus. Elif items has focus. How does items not have focus? I'm using the wrong key. We want is focused. What the heck is has focus? Oh, that's cool. It's not what I need for this, but menu is focused. Let's go back to shop GUI. Getting that, but it's not going back. Reload. If I press it there, it works. So items for button and buttons. If button. What? I don't understand why that code's not working. It should. It should. Don't need that now. Oh man, that's why. The wrong function. Beautiful. So we need to change that focus color. I will do right now. I have to save it. Got to reload. Nice. Alright, let's get rid of some of that debug text. Save. Let's see. So we're going to come back to that in part 2 of whatever we're doing here. Well, actually, I guess it's part 3 for the shop GUI. But yeah, I got to take a break, get some breakfast, and yeah, I'll probably be back a little bit after that. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, likes, comments, subscribe. They're appreciated, but you don't have to. You know, you do your thing. If you want to show some support for these videos, be my guest. Alright, take care.